Good morning students, welcome to my channel Chemistry Made Easy. Well, myself Dr. Rajeshwari HV working as an assistant professor in JSS College Gokak. In the previous video, I had explained the concept behind transport number and Hittorf's rule. In this video, let us understand how to determine transport number by Hittorf's electrolytic method. There are two important methods for the determination of transport number. The first one is Hittorf's method and second one is moving boundary method. Now let us understand the Hittorf's method. This is the experimental setup. Hittorf's apparatus contains the two vertical vessels connected to the narrow U-tube at the middle. The two vertical vessels and the narrow U-tube has the stopcocks at the bottom to remove the solution or to withdraw the solution. At the top of two U-tube, there are two more stopcocks, and this stopcocks prevents the mixing of solution between anode and cathode. And the whole apparatus is filled with silver nitrate solution of concentration 0.1 molar. And the whole apparatus, Hittorf's apparatus, is connected to the copper colorimeter or silver voltmeter through the battery and the variable resistance. And we are using the platinum electrodes here. Based on the type of electrodes used, we have two cases. If platinum electrode is used as anode and cathode and it is unattackable electrode, NO3 minus present in the solution will not react with the platinum metal. And in the second case, if you use the silver metal as anode and cathode, silver reacts with NO3 minus ions present in the solution, and the conditions are different here. But we are discussing the case 1 where both anode and cathode are platinum metals. Then what is the function of this copper colorimeter or silver voltmeter? This device is invented by the scientist by name Michael Faraday, and this device which can determine the amount of substance deposited by measuring the charge or quantity of electricity. So which is according to the first law of Faraday, that is the mass of the substance deposited or liberated at any electrode is directly proportional to the amount of charge passed. That is, the charge which is produced in the Hittorf's device is measured using the copper voltmeter by the amount of copper getting deposited. So this is the experimental setup. So carry out the electrolysis for 2 to 3 hours. After 2 to 3 hours, the some amount of silver ions from anode will move to cathode. And there is decrease in concentration of Ag plus ions in the anode. And this is analyzed by withdrawing the solution from anode and U-tube and analyzing using ammonium thiocyanate or potassium thiocyanate solution. So through this we can find out the change in concentration of Ag plus ions in the anode compartment. So you can take a screenshot of the procedure. This is the experimental procedure. Now come to the observation and calculation. So the condition what we have maintained is platinum electrode is used, which is non-attackable electrode, and you know that since platinum is inert metal, will not react with nitrate ion. The first observation, we have to find out the concentration of silver Ag plus ion around anode before electrolysis. It is taken as X gram equivalent. Concentration of Ag plus ions after electrolysis is taken as Y gram equivalent. So after electrolysis, since Ag plus ions move from anode to cathode, definitely there is decrease in concentration of Ag plus ions. So Y is smaller than X. Then third observation, the fall in the concentration of Ag plus ions around anode is taken as X minus Y gram equivalent. So total amount of the silver or copper deposited in colorimeter is taken as Z gram equivalent, which measures the total current or the charge according to first law of Faraday. Hence, so we can write the transport number of Ag plus, that is cation, that is T subscript Ag plus, is equal to fall in the concentration of silver ions around anode divided by total gram equivalent of copper deposited in coulometer or silver deposited in voltameter. So we can either use copper coulometer or silver voltameter. So since the fall in concentration of Ag plus ions around anode is x minus y, substitute in the expression x minus y, and the total gram equivalent of copper deposited in coulometer is Z gram equivalent, substitute in the expression, then we arrive at the final expression. And this expression will give you the transport number of the cation. So now we know that according to Hittov's rule, the transport number of cation plus anion is equal to 1. Then using this expression, we can find the transport number of anion. Rearrange the expression. So we have T minus is equal to 1 minus T plus. So now transport number of anion is that is NO3 minus is 1 minus x minus y divided by Z gram equivalent. By substituting the expression for T plus, which we determined in the previous slide, we arrive at the final expression. So through this we could find out the transport number of cation and anion both. Now what is the possible question to be asked in the examination? So explain, this is the question, explain the determination of transport number by Hittov's method. It is a 5 marks question, a very important question to be asked in the examination. You have to write the neat label diagram of Hittov's apparatus, explain the experimental procedure and calculation and observation part. Thank you.